Hello, Leo. This is Lisa with Heart of Inspiration. And here at this channel, we are here to help you lead a spirit led, whole and healed, peaceful, and prosperous life. And guess what? It is your turn, my dear Leos. This is your March 2021 general reading, your Astro Tarot reading for Leo Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So Leo Sun, Moon, and Rising, this is your Astro Tarot for March 2021. I'm going to talk about the astrology as it's going to potentially, as I see it, affect your Sun, Moon, and Rising sign, and then we'll pull some cards. As I look at the chart in general, in March, of course, Leo, this is kind of, I would say March is generally a good month for you, right? You've got the sun in Aries by the end of the month, coming out of Pisces. So we're awakening from this like kind of slumber. And, we've got the spring, equinox all trining your sun, your moon, your rising. So it's a good start for everybody, right? It's a brand new, it's rebirth. It's all of that wonderful stuff. Now, where there's could potentially be some difficulty. I don't even want to say difficulty. There are some dates I need everybody to look out for. The first of which during March is March 13th. Sorry, guys, I got something in my eye. Okay. March 13th, that's the new moon in Pisces. Now, of course, that new moon's not directly opposing you. So it's not as, probably impactful in that regard as, last month's new moon. But what this does do for you is this, or last month, yeah. What this does do to you, for you, at you, about you, is this. It is going to, again, illuminate for you because there is an entire stellium. There is the sun, the moon, of course, that are conjunct, right? That's the new moon. And then we also have Venus and Neptune that are conjunct on the day of the new moon within orb or within range of the sun and moon. All of this very intense emotion, energy that sometimes feels a little ethereal. Well, I would say a lot of times feels rather ethereal, and you kind of want it to be practical. The new moon is really kind of a time where we might be a little bit, I'll say, devoid of emotion in the standard sense. So devoid of emotion where there's like the erraticness, or we should be kind of devoid of that. We need to be looking at things from a very practical standpoint. What are we practically putting in motion for this next lunar cycle? And, what is the most important aspect of ourselves to either reclaim or restart, re-energize, what have you. And then that aspect of our reality. When it's in Pisces and it's got all this very, this Venus, which, has zero issue being in Pisces at all. It's kind of like, okay, we're cool. We can chill here. We can do all these things here. It's all about the dream and the romanticism and all of this. So the possibility that some of these dreams and aspirations you had could have been overly romanticized or be overly romanticized is a possibility. But I think that it might be even more of a challenge for some Leos to actually begin to fully romanticize from a 5D point of view. Not the 3D, like allow the feminine, because, you're so, whether you're male or female, there's you're more so divine masculine in your base energy than necessarily divine feminine, being the Cancer, right? You're more the father figure, if you will, the father of the zodiac rather than the Cancerian mother, no matter what your gender here is. Doesn't matter. That's what it is. So that's what this is, right? In this new moon, though, the universe is asking you, can you fall in love with the dream? Can you fall in love with the possibility? Can you fall in love with love and love of self, which I'm not going to say that, but love of higher self, not third dimensional self, love of higher self. Can you fall in love with that and come out of your comfort zone, being willing to potentially fail? You're not going to fail in the end, but there's going to be bumpy and rocky, right? This is a new moon to really begin to manifest, to really begin to set the intention. All this information we've been getting, and the changing of our foundations, and the changing of how we look and think about ourselves and where we fit into the collective, and all that we've been doing for quite some time now, is kind of culminating at this point as we're coming into Aries season and time of rebirth and regeneration. And you still got opposing your sun, moon, and rising, right? You still have Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury by March 13th still opposing in Aquarius. So you're still being challenged to make some significant and real changes in your foundational beliefs and structures, in what your general outlook is, and how you communicate that both to yourself, to the universe, so the universe can actually bring you that which you really so desire. Because I think some Leos are rather ambiguous with it, or your speech is too third dimensional in nature and doesn't really have the fire and the energy, the emotion behind it to really set it into fast quantum creational energy, like on that trajectory. And maybe there's still a little bit of uncertainty as to where you really are falling in. But if you're into the collective consciousness, but if you're taking the steps that is necessary, and some of you already know this beyond a shadow of a doubt, and now it's just broadcasting it throughout the remainder of it's just like, listen, I am Leo, hear me roar. I feel like that's also what's going on, especially because we do have Mars in Gemini. So that's going to be that's a very aggressive, let's get at the time of the new moon, and now at the time of this recording. So let's get this information out. Let's be real, and let's be real with ourselves and fight for what we believe in, right? And we still have Uranus in Taurus just shaking it all up there. So there's that. And then I want to look at the equinox as well. Let me pull that up really quick, that chart, the equinox chart, which is on the 21st, the spring equinox. So on the date of the spring equinox, in the early morning, the moon is going to be at the tail end of Gemini. However, by the majority of the day, certainly it's going to be in Cancer. So at the equinox, you're going to have, Venus and the sun conjunct at pretty much 0 degrees Aries. You'll also, Mars will still be in Gemini. Taurus will still have Uranus there. Everybody's still direct. So there's no laying around and lazing around at this point. All planets are direct at this point. So it's all hands on deck. We've got Mercury then that's moved out of Aquarius. And then we also still have, of course, Saturn and Jupiter hanging out in Aquarius, with Pluto hanging out up there in Capricorn, kind of out of the fray. Pluto's kind of fallen back. On the spring equinox day, the sun and Venus then will be trining. And for the majority, then, for a good chunk of the rest of the month, I feel, you're going to have the sun and Venus trining your sun, moon, or rising. And then the moon kind of moving on through, right? This is going to be a great activation time at the end of the month. This is a great time to really do that, finish up that self-introspection. I think that, and time to get moving. Like actually by the end of this month, beginning to launch into your purpose. Take real, effectual, actual steps to moving into that area of purpose, okay? actual steps, not just maybes, not procrastinations, not possibilities, not, oh, I think I'll do it like 3 weeks from now, but I need you to take some actual steps. Because you're going to miss a very vital and very vibrant and very viable opportunity to make some big changes and some big advancements in areas like, in all areas of your life: entrepreneurship, career, relationships, friendships, potentially moving. Like, there's a lot going on. There's a lot here. There's like, I feel like everything is being laid out in front of us, and definitely for you, as I'm talking to you, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And, we got to take some actual steps to, having the life that we want and creating that world. All right. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to, hang on. We're going to pull some tarot. So here in this section, we're going to have the Sacred Power reading cards. Here in this, we're going to have the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. And then over here, we're going to use the Flower of Life Wisdom of Astar Oracle deck by Denise Jarvie. This is all This is all messages that she channeled through various states of meditation over a time, and then put them all on these oracle cards. They're wonderful. A little wordy, but I'm going to read them to you, and then we will pull some of the Light Seekers Tarot. So first up is the Sacred Power reading cards. Let's pull one of these. One card, please, for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One card, please, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Intuition. That's definitely crown chakra energy. Look at that beautiful crown chakra, third eye energy. That beautiful purple. And then we're going to pull one of the Keepers of the Light. One card, please, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One card, please, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One card, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Cernunnos. Y'all can help me. Cernunnos. Life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. I think that kind of goes along with everything we've been talking about. And then the Flower of Life Oracle, the Wisdom of Astar. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please. One card, please, for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One card, please. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Symbols. Let's read this to you. Symbols are the language of the universe, our subconscious and the collective unconscious. As you move upon your life path, everything you notice is a sign from your higher self to heal, balance, and enjoy your life. You have the ability to read and understand your own signs and symbols. This is your secret language, your wise guidance pointing you in the direction of your dreams and desires. As you understand and accept this, the whispers of your heart become louder, and information will come to you in various forms and ways that may surprise you. However, you will recognize this information because of the way it makes you feel. It may feel like tingles or a knowing you can't explain or understand at the time. However, it will feel significant. New moon. Use your intuition. Third eye, crown chakra. Listen to your higher self. Allow your higher self to speak from the ethers to you and help you to now hone in through your energetic life force to express your true passions, not what everybody else in this earth is saying that you should do, not what everybody else on earth is saying how you should live your life and what you should do with your life, but what you know from your higher self you are to do, so that you can begin to put that into action, so that you can begin to create it. Use the feminine energy that is being afforded to you in order to provide a womb, if you will, okay, an incubator for the dream, passion, and the purpose that has been seeded within you. Okay? That's kind of what this is about too. And that ability to bring forth that new life, to create new life, is going to be increased all throughout March. And there are symbols that you are going to know all along the way, whether it is by repeating numbers, whether it is by various, readings and such. You're going to know all along the way that you're going in the right direction. We're going to pull just 5 cards here. Coming towards you is the 6 of Cups. Now, this could mean that there's, if you're in a relationship, maybe someone's going to get pregnant. Hopefully that's what you want. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding on that. But, there could be family. You could be a blended family. Could be whatever. But there's also, I feel like, some things of the past that have to be dealt with, and that might either need to be released or they'll be reconciled. And that is the energy of that reconciliation of the past, so you could stop feeling guilty and go on and live forward in your future, Leo. You're bringing towards this, the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords energy is a new, look at this, this spiral staircase is actually boring into her head, and a new light is coming out of it. A bright light. She's not heretofore known before. There's all these new concepts. There's all these new desires. There's all this new knowledge that is really being afforded to her. And so this is where we're at. You are getting the new knowledge. You're seeing things and thinking about things in a new way and changing. And when you change your thought process, you literally change your world. When you change your mind and think about yourself and your circumstances differently, you literally change your world. Whatever your mind believes, that is what will be created. With energy that could present an issue for you is this 5 of Wands energy. And we'll see about that in a second. And what's going to help you is this Knight of Wands energy. It's a very Sagittarian energy. I can see where this is going. Thank you. And then outcome or advice, the Devil. So this is what I'm saying here with this 5 of Wands. This 5 of Wands is really this internal battle and also this battle with externally. Like, oh, you can't do that. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, I can't believe you're thinking about that. Blah, 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 blah. Don't listen to it. Knight of Wands, act on your passions. Follow the symbols. Dorothy followed the yellow brick road. Okay, follow the symbols, follow the signs. When you're using your GPS, what do? You follow the directions. Before GPS, we used maps, and what do we use? Street signs. Okay, let's think about this. And back in early human history, and even still today, we follow the stars. There's signs in the heavens. Come on, people, listen. Let's get this done. Get moving. This Devil card, don't allow the toxic energy that has lived in your life from whenever till now to remain. Whether that toxic energy that you have towards yourself or others have towards you, don't allow it. It is time for you to finally not be addicted to being in toxicity. There might be some deep shadow work that's being done and some really interesting, by the 21st, rebirth that is happening in your world this month. But I really feel like you're getting a big push from the universe to kind of, let's get it moving here, because you have a lot to do and we have a lot to accomplish. Leo, that is your reading. Thank you so very much for being here with me. I hope that I have earned your subscription. So, please like and subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you know when I've put up new content. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Now, I'm pretty sure you've probably seen down here in this lower corner over here, a couple of things that have said like 100 light workers in 100 days. Well, I have Lightworker Academy as part of Heart of Inspiration. I started this last year and it is now grown, and we are offering a master class, I don't clash with people, / spiritual counselor, energy healer. Okay. Certification course. So you can use it for either one. And so I have a mandate. We're well into our 100 light workers in 100 days, and we are going to start ramping this effort up. So if you're ready to launch into your purpose, if you're ready to identify, clarify, and then launch and prosper into it, I want to talk to you. There's a link down below. It's a link tree. And if you click on that link tree, you'll also then gain access to a link to book a 15-minute call with me. Okay, and let's see if enrollment is right, and let's get the ball started and get you moving. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you very much. Namaste. Bye-bye.